Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, and in this one, we are going to be doing something a little different. We are going to be looking at the best, worst feats in For Honor. Now, I'll get to what that means in just a second, but I will say I kind of got this idea from Freeze, who's already made videos on the worst feats in For Honor, as well as the most underrated feats in For Honor. So if you want to see an actual good video, go ahead and watch his. I'll put a link to it in the top of the description. They're actually really good videos. Now, if you just want to see a bunch of bullshit and me rambling about stuff, then please stay on this one. You won't regret it. So what exactly do I mean when I say the best, worst feats in For Honor? Now, basically, it's just feats that are terrible. Don't get me wrong. These aren't good feats. But when you use them, it just exudes a copious amount of big dick energy. And honestly, I have mad respect for you if you use it. Honestly, they're hilarious. And I'm sure your enemy team is going to be fucking baffled when they actually see you use these in a game. But it would actually be pretty hilarious as well. Now, I think with his worst feats video, Freeze, I think I have only one overlapping feat in here. I find it... So I just wanted to try to make, a list that was pretty much my own, not just, direct carbon copy of that. So we have 5 in total, and we have 4 unique ones from that video. And before we get into the video, I'd appreciate if you dropped a like on it, because I hear if you don't, you'll be stun-tapped in real life. And you might think, oh, well, that's not the worst thing. Yeah, but you'll be fucking blind. So, would appreciate if you left a like, guys. Appreciate the support, as always. You guys are great. Alright, so we'll go ahead and talk about the first one. And I decided to make the bot Raider, because I'm sure that you guys would like to see this one get punished a little bit, rather than the Warden bot that I've punished so many times in different training and custom matches. So, this first one is going to be the only one that overlaps with Freeze's worst feat video. And that is going to be Shugoki's first feat, Throw Farther. And you might be thinking, why do you put this in the best worst feats when Freeze put this in the, the worst feats? And so, obviously there's the thing that Shugoki already has pretty decent throw distance, and if you just GB, you can do the baseball bat swing, which sends them flying. But honestly, the reason you take it is because it's a disservice for Shugoki not to have it. Are you kidding me? This guy exudes strength. He's a 12-time Feudal Japan Strongman champion, okay? So it's actually really dumb for the fact that he can't throw people just simply across the map, let alone with one hand. Are you kidding? Okay, maybe if this Raider was a little bit less strong. Look at how far that is. That is a fucking 50% increase in your throw right there, which is actually insane. So the only, bad thing I guess you could say with it is that you don't get any cool punishes. I tried to do a sprint attack and it didn't work, so I'm a little upset with that. If you could, I would have run this feat 100% of the time. But unfortunately you don't. But just looking at this man push this person that far with just a single one-handed push to the face is actually the most insane thing, and why it definitely deserves the title of one of the best worst feats in the game. Because look at that, that's a wall splat. You don't get that with any character. Alright, the next feat that we're going to be looking at is a tier 3 feat that is both for Warden and Nushia, and it's called Takedown. Now what Takedown is basically for 30 seconds, all of your throws that you get on an enemy makes them fall to the ground. You might be thinking, well, Tony, what's the significance of this? Well, for those 30 seconds, do you know what you gain? Power. Except if you are using it against a Rocksteady character, such as Shugoki and Aramusha, because it doesn't counter Rocksteady. But regardless, just a normal throw, putting people on their ass, that's insane. Example, right here. I grabbed, that's a shoulder bash, Tony. Oh god, he's out of stamina. Now I have ruined everything. Alright, example 1. Throws him. He's on the ground. You can get a punish. Example 2. Throw them. They're on the ground. You just simply overpower your prey, essentially, and can probably get some pretty nice punishes for yourself and your team, if this guy would stop lighting. So yeah, you get it for 30 seconds, and it's nothing super crazy, except you just being stronger than your opponent, and they can't stay on their feet, making it one of the best worst feats, because that is just very embarrassing. The third feat that we are going to be talking about is going to be Kensei's third feat, Steadfast. Now what that does, basically grants you immunity to regular throw attempts for 30 seconds, and it is on a 60-second cooldown. Now what are regular throw attempts? Basically anything from a GB, when people try to throw you, you won't go anywhere. And it does not apply, however, to Shinobi's range guard break or Centurion's quick throw. But you know what it does apply to? Raider's Stampede Charge, which is very, very funny. So imagine just popping this feat and just standing still while a Raider Stampede charges at you, and then nothing happens. And plus, an added effect, look at this fucking stance that he pulls. That is actually insane. Now, it might be hard for me to, realistically get the bot to do anything here, but if I can find a clip of maybe them trying to stampede charge me or whatever, we'll try that out. Alright, so the fourth feat that we're going to be looking at today is going to be Jiang Jun's fourth feat, Fiery Barrage. Now, I know some people might be like, but Tony, it's actually not too bad the feat. Well, in my opinion, I don't like it. The only real way I can see it being actually pretty solid is in Breach, if you're either trying to protect or attack the commander, basically giving yourself a little wall that, you know, will decrease the stamina and stun people for, like, whatever time it may be. But it's just, honestly, the real badassery part about this is this guy definitely does not have a permit for these fireworks, okay? He's just launching right there. There's no epilepsy warning. People could be suffering right here, and this guy is definitely not abiding to the law, which is what makes this one of the best worst feats in my opinion. Now, I don't see any use for it on, like, Dominion or anything. I guess maybe if you want to just, like, block off an entry point to like a flag or something, I guess that could potentially work. But the real thing is just that, like, the fucking area is so huge, and I guess the real way to, like, you have to put it kind of strategically, just put it on the outside of everything so that people don't get hit by it. Like, the stun on it is just like people have to run into it, and, you know, potentially they could be, you know, avoiding it or whatever, which may give you an upper hand to, you know, capture a point or something like that. You could potentially use it for some good right there. And it's honestly, that can actually add to the badassery factor of this feat, because they're just like, yo, I ain't trying to fucks with that, my fam. So we'll drop it down. We'll try to get this bot to not murder me and actually throw it down so you guys can see. So, oh, you thought about it. See, look at this guy just exited my thing, and he just fucking, he lost his stam and he fell on the ground. What an idiot. So, the last and potentially the quintessential best worst feat in this game has to be Nobushi's second feat, the Arrow Strike. Now, what Arrow Strike is, it's just basically a single little arrow storm that is in a 3-meter radius, and it it does 45 damage and it has a 90-second cooldown. Now, the thing about this is the actual audacity you have to run this gives you my respect instantly. Say you're just, you know, chilling here, looking at this character, and then you just call it down. Wow, look it, he dodged it. How crazy of that? The level 1 bot was even able to dodge it, and now you have to wait 90 seconds to potentially hit it again. It's, you know, one of the worst feats in the game, but it's actually the best, because if you manage to hit someone with it, you are probably God reincarnated. So that is actually the best thing about it. I don't think I have ever hit this in an actual game. I don't think I've ever actually ran it in a game now that I also think about it, because I don't play Nobushi at all. But it's just hilarious to use and just to see get thrown out there. No one expects it, and you're actually baffled because people are just like, what the fuck is that? People don't even know that this is a real feat in the game. And that's where its true untapped potential lies. So you guys should definitely run Arrow Strike. It's the best, even competitive players. Maybe I can hit it on a character with no stamina. Oh, there you go, boys. Success. Able to hit it on a level 1 bot with no stamina. Best feat in the game. Alright, guys, so that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you think, or potentially some of the other best worst feats in the game. Let me know if you want to see other types of videos like this. I can maybe run into something kind of like with perks to talk about that shit, or just kind of random stuff like that. You guys could give me like a really shitty feat loadout potentially to do in some games, and I could try to run that. I think that would be pretty cool. Just trying to do some new stuff here on the channel. Again, go watch Freeze's videos. Those ones are actually top-notch as well. Really liked those. And please don't take really any of this seriously. It's just me just spouting bullshit for whatever length of the video this is. So hopefully you guys maybe got a laugh out of it. And honestly, I don't know with the extent of like Fiery Barrage. Like, all of these feats are pretty trash. Fiery Barrage is an okay feat, honestly, but it's just funny to look at some of the feats that are on here. Like, some of them you just think like, what exactly were they thinking when you ran this on here? But you should still use them, because every feat deserves some love. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are new. It's been your boy Tony. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.